Hi there. This is Jackie Murray with Ask a Tech Teacher. I'm your guide through these 32 lessons in the Structured Learning Technology curriculum. This is 5th grade and we're on lesson 17, spreadsheet formulae. We're going to do more formula next week, but this is our first week on it. So they have done, if you've been following this curriculum since kindergarten, maybe 1st grade, they have used spreadsheets a lot. So this should not feel foreign to them. As a matter of fact, you want to ask them to transfer the knowledge from prior years to this lesson. So you're not going to start at the beginning reteaching everything there is about spreadsheets. You're going to expect them to remember how they did it. You can do that by letting a student come up and review it with everyone at the class screen. They can take input from their classmates if they get stuck, and that way you get through it. Students remember as they push themselves and challenge themselves and taught by a peer, it'll help them remember faster. So essential skills required to analyze numbers, very different from other things. Spreadsheets are a unique way to share information. Spreadsheets turn data into information if you do them right. So it's very important skill for students to have, especially as they get older. So see what essential spreadsheet skills your grade level team thinks are important: formulas, formatting, graphs, that sort of things. Just so you know, you're going to have pretty prescribed ones you can follow in here, but you can be flexible depending upon what your team tells you. Continue to collect words for Speak Like a Geek. That's coming up soon. A reminder, if you have your after-school tech help, which I strongly recommend, and it's manned by students, verify that the required students will be there for you. Okay, if you're looking for something different with keyboarding, maybe they're just tired of their standard program, we are on week 17. Here's some online tools and some apps that might be useful for you. Continue working on Google Earth presentations and evidence for the evidence board. And then remind them they have done a lot of spreadsheet projects. Here they are. Here's 3 of the ones they've done in the past. They're going to go back to this one if need be, if you choose that project. But they are very familiar with this. So discuss the idea of formulas, spreadsheets, modeling as a concept. Discuss how spreadsheets and fit these standards for mathematical practice. You might not need to discuss this with them, but be aware that it does all of these things. So you absolutely check off all the boxes for standards for mathematical practice when you use spreadsheets and formulas. So why pick a spreadsheet for whatever your goal is? So here's a table. Now ask the students, their table is empty, although I put a little tiny one down here. So they can't read it. They'll have to zoom in to see it. But what you're hoping is they don't really look at it, because you want them to think about it and fill this in. Here's their spreadsheets. How does this spreadsheet accomplish these goals? And you remember filling this in for word processing and desktop publishing in the past. So they're starting to get a different idea of how each of these tech tools apply to purpose, sentences, content, presentation, that sort of thing. So they'll start to realize, okay, if I'm going to stand up and make a presentation to the class, I probably don't think spreadsheets are the right answer. Word processing isn't either. So you just want them thinking that way, so they don't always have to have you saying, okay, use a spreadsheet to do this. All you're going to say is, do this. Okay. Student workbook, let's go back here. So you can do arrays. If you're studying arrays, very good one to do. Here's questions, a to-do list for them, and they have it right here. A nice part is turning the cells into squares, and this is how you do it. So show them how to do that. They'll think that's really cool. Now you're going to have squares for your arrays, and then have them go through this. It's right in their student workbook, and build their arrays. Automath. This is the same thing they did in 3rd or 4th grade. All the directions are here. It's for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. If you didn't do these earlier, definitely pick this one. If you've done this before, it's still a great review. And this gives detail on creating the formulas and all that stuff. Now, fun things you can add before entering before letting a formula answer, poll the class for an answer. That'll force them to think quickly, what is 22 plus 89? And come up real quick. Race the spreadsheet, work in pairs, and have one student mentally calculate it while the other uses the formula. Just different ways. When they're putting an answer in, even if they're using a formula, have them check these. Eyeball it. Does it look right? Use mental math. Guess and check. Use the algorithm from class. Try those things because you don't always get the formula in right. So you don't want them blindly trusting formulas. There's lots of lore about, at a certain point, Excel formulas just don't work very well anymore. At this point, for what you're talking about for these fifth graders, they work really well. Okay, exit ticket, line up in arrays or change the data in 3 cells and watch the program recalculate, whichever you want, and then time to go. All right. Now, if you don't understand how to do some of these things that we've gone over here, I'd be very happy to meet you in our office hours on Sunday and go over how to do that, because they can be tricky, especially if you haven't done them before. So I'd be happy to go over that with you. Just join the office hours or send me an email and I'll tell you how to join it. Let me see if we have anything in the student section, student workbooks, if you're using those. Oh, printing. Good one. If you're going to print this spreadsheet, this AutoMath sheet, it's a little tricky in Excel. You want to do it right. So here's the steps on how to print in Excel to make sure that it prints that sheet on one page rather than pushing it out towards multiple pages. And here's some fun extensions for Excel Battleship, Lemonade, and a couple programs that use Excel. These are all Excel. You could probably use most of them for spreadsheets also. All right, guys. Let me know if you have questions. Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.